you're going to feel like you're watching the most gripping, inspiring movie ever. This is the story of DORA AKUNYILI. And trust me, you'll want to know about this one. Imagine a woman so fearless, so courageous, so dedicated that she risked her life to save millions. Yeah, it's that kind of story. DORA AKUNYILI was born on July 14th, 1954 in Makurdi, Nigeria. But she grew up in a small town in southeastern Nigeria. From the start, Dora was just brilliant, like top of her class kind of brilliant. She studied pharmacy and later became a professor, but that was just the beginning. Her story isn't just about her intelligence, it's about her courage and her relentless fight for what was right. Now, picture this. Nigeria in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The country was drowning in fake drugs, fake medicine. Counterfeit medicines were everywhere. People were dying because these fake medicines were making them worse instead of better. Imagine going to the pharmacy for malaria medicines and only to discover that what you have in your hand is nothing but chalk or face powder. It was a crisis and no one seemed to have the guts to fix it until DORA AKUNYILI stepped in. She was appointed the Director General of NAFDAC, that's the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, in 2001. And let me tell you, she came like a storm. She was laser focused on cleaning up Nigeria's pharmaceutical industry. And she wasn't playing around. She went after the drug counterfeiters with ferocity that shocked everyone. She raided warehouses, shut down illegal factories, and even burned millions of naira worth of fake medicines in public to send a message. But here's the thing. It wasn't just about policies or raids. Dora really cared about the people. She was tired of seeing mothers lose their babies because of fake cough syrup or young men and women dying because of fake anti-malaria medicines. She said, when you save a life, you save a nation. And that became her mission, to save lives. And you know how in every great movie there's a villain. In Dora's story, the villains were the counterfeit drug lords. They were powerful. They were dangerous. They were furious. They were angry about losing their profits. They threatened her life so many times. People even told her to back off, to play it safe, but she refused. She once said, what is life if it's not to be lived for the benefit of others? That's the kind of woman she was. Now, picture her, this beautiful woman, always dressed in her colorful Nigerian outfit, standing tall in front of crowds, calling out corruption without a hint of fear. She didn't just change NAFDAC, she changed the culture. Under her leadership, counterfeit drugs in Nigeria dropped drastically and the world started noticing. Dora won over 900 awards in her lifetime. 900! Over 900. Can you imagine that? She became a symbol of integrity, someone who showed that doing the right thing, no matter how hard it gets, is always worth it. But here is where the story gets emotional. In 2014, Dora passed away after a battle with cancer. It was heartbreaking, but even in her illness, she was a fighter. She spent her final years working for Nigeria, serving as a delegate in the national conference, pushing for policies she believed would make her country better. Now think about this. Here was a woman who could have played it safe, who could have stayed in her lane and avoided every danger. But instead, she chose to fight for the health and safety of millions of people. Doesn't that give you chills? Dora's story is proof that one person can make an enormous difference. She once said, if we all stand up for what is right, there will be no room for wrongdoing in our society. She stood up for her country, for her people, for all of us. So what's the takeaway here? Is this: no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you can make an impact. You can stand up for what's right, even when it's very hard. And as the Igbo proverb says, the lizard that jumps from a high tree and survives says, let no one underrate me. Be like Dora, fearless, resilient, and ready to make a difference. Isn't her story just incredible? What difference can you make where you are?